all this water sure looks clear and pure. But that right there is one of the biggest dangers you have in a survival situation, is drinking water that's contaminated. And even though we're up in the Rocky Mountains, and probably it's fine because it is moving, how do you purify this just on your day-to-day backpacking trips? If, you know, what do you do? You can use a purifier, yeah. Is there easier ways? Do you want to always have to boil it? How long do you need to boil it for? Let's talk about that for a few minutes. But first, let's get a bottle of water. Nice clear water. Now, how can I drink this without having some serious bowel issues later on? That's what I'm going to show you next. Let's talk just a minute about water. If the water is free-flowing like this, in a survival situation, if you do have to drink the water, you have no way of purifying it, you have no way of boiling it, then yes, drink the water. Try to drink it from a flowing stream. Try to drink it where it's not just been standing, it's moving. Try to drink as clear a water as possible. But yes, in a survival situation, go ahead and drink the water. When you make it out of your survival situation or your ordeal, go to your doctor and tell him what happened, and he'll give you some pills, and you take those for a week, and you'll be good. If you don't go to the doctor after that, you'll probably have Giardia really bad. Probably. And I'll go ahead and tell you from experience, it's no fun at all. Spend a lot of time on a toilet, let's just put it that way. And in the mountains in the wintertime, it can kill you easily. Even in the summertime, it can kill you because you have a very hard time keeping yourself hydrated. But if, just on your everyday excursions, and you get a bottle of water like this, how are you going to purify it? Yeah, you can buy purifiers, but then you got to drag the purifier around everywhere. What can you do that's a little easier than packing a purifier around everywhere? Well, let me show you what I do. After you get a nice, crisp, clear bottle of water, and if you get clear bottles like this one, or at least ones that are translucent so you can see through them, you can kind of see there's any large pieces of stuff. That one's very clean. And then what I take is I have, if I can find it, is a little eye drop container. And what's in this little eye drop container, it looks kind of weird because it's covered with leather and stitching so it won't break if I drop it or whatever. And what's in this little container is bleach. Just bleach, nothing else. And if you question the authenticity of what I'm saying, you can actually go on Clorox's website and find out the uses for Clorox, and one of the things they will say is purifying water. And you simply just take your eyedropper out, put it over your bottle of water, and for a liter of water, and if it's clear like this, usually about 2 drops. This is 1.5 liters, so I'm going to do 3 drops. And that's if the water is clear. I've done this before when the water looked like chocolate milk because it was so muddy and nasty because it had been raining, it was just nasty. I put about 10 in there that time. That amount of bleach is not going to hurt you, and it'll kill all of the bacteria in the water in about 20 minutes. So what I'll usually do is I'll take my eyedropper and just drip 3 drops. This is nice clear water. That's it. Put this back in your pocket, back in your pack, and believe it or not, in this little container, I could probably live out here 8 months and purify all my water. And this, I mean, I've carried this little bottle around for 3 years and haven't filled it up yet on all my backpacking trips. And it's still got a lot in it. And it's cheap. You can buy it at any gas station, basically anywhere. I do recommend a glass bottle for your little eye drop container because I think the plastic ones tend to break down over time. And then after you're done with that, just take the bottle, put the cap on, shake it up just a little bit, and let it sit. I usually set my watch for 20 minutes. Timer, set, there you go. In 20 minutes, my alarm will go off, ready to drink. No big deal. Very easy. That will take care of all the bacteria in there, and I've never gotten sick when I've done that. The only time I ever got sick drinking water was when I forgot to do that. And that whole setup that I have might have cost me $2. And it saved me a lot of money, because you know how expensive purifiers are in replacing the filters, and they take up space in your pack, and if you lose them, it's a big deal, or if you forget them. You can use iodine. I would recommend you don't use iodine. It's not going to hurt you or anything, but I think the bleach tastes a little bit better. It basically doesn't really leave very little taste. The iodine tends to make your bottle kind of milky looking. It kind of, eventually you get a taste in your bottles that really won't go away. It kind of flavors the bottle. So that's why I use bleach. The other thing is, you have this bleach, and if you've been out for days and days and days and you need to clean your bottles, just put a few extra drops and shake it up, and now your bottles are clean. You also bleached your bottles. I mean, if you're on a 2-week backpacking trip, 2 weeks of your mouth being on this thing, it gets kind of nasty. And it's not like you have bleach or whatever just readily accessible unless you do this. So this has been God's Woodsman on how to purify water. Thank you so much for watching. Please like my video, subscribe, tell a friend about it. And if you have any ideas of a video that you'd like to see, please leave a comment, and I'll do my best to make it. Thank you so much, and have a great day.